Mrs. Cruz ran the same distance every day for 2 weeks. She ran a total of 24 and 36 hundredths miles. How many miles did Mrs. Cruz run each day? Okay, so we're looking for how much she runs in one day. Well, I know that there are 14 days in 2 weeks. So I know that I am going to, my total is 24 and 36 hundredths, so 24 and 36 hundredths, and we are going to divide that by 14 to find one day. So I take my decimal, I move my decimal up, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide. All right, so I could do one of two things. The first thing that we can do is we can write our multiples out. The second thing we can do is we can guess and check. And this is going to depend on whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you feel like you need to write out your multiples, I would make sure that you have made a table that looks something like this. 1, 14. 2 would be 28. Now, if I have to go to the side to make a to add or whatever, then you need to do that, but you need to bring it back to your table. Otherwise, we are going to be continuing to make mistakes. So 3 groups of 14 would be 14 times 3, 12, regroup my 1, 3, 42. 4 would be, just add 42 plus 14, so 4 plus 2 would be 6. 4 plus 1 would be 5, so 56. 5 would be adding 28 plus 42, so 8 plus 2 is 10. Regroup that 1, that would be 70. All right, then we can do 6. 6 times 14. 6 times 14. 14 times 6. 4, 2. That would be 84. Okay, and then 7 would be 84 plus 14. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 98. All right, we're going to stop there and see if we need to go any further. So I'm going to kind of do this. I'm going to change my color. Okay. All right. So I started my ones place. We only have, or tens place. We only have 2 tens. Can I take 2 tens and put them into 14 groups? The answer is no. So I put a 0 in my tens place. Okay. Now I'm going to look at my ones. I have 24 ones. Can I make 14 groups with 24 ones? The answer is yes. I can do it one time. I can do it one time. But I cannot do it 2 times. So one time would be 14, and I would multiply. 14 times 1 is 14. I subtract, and I'm left with 10. 10 is less than 14, so I'm going to bring down my 3. Okay, so I know that I have 103 tenths. So I know that that can go in 7 times. I can put 7 tenths into each group. 14 times 7 is 98. Okay, I subtract. I cannot take 8 away from 3, so I have to come over. Oh, can't borrow from a 0. Going to make that a 0. Make that a 10, and that becomes a 9. 13 minus 8 is 5. And then 9 minus 9 is 0. Now I'm going to bring down my 6. Okay, now I can do 14 4 times, or I can put 56 hundredths into, I can put 4 hundredths into each group. So 14 times 4 is 56. I subtract, and I'm left with nothing. So Mrs. Cruz runs 1 mile, 1 and 74 hundredths of a mile each day.